Oh look, Rick has been to Lidl again. I thought that might be useful for sharpening up hedge trimmers and things. Now, a few years ago I made myself an internet radio, which wasn't supposed to disconnect, but there you go. And it's based upon an ESP32 on that side, and I've forgotten what it is, an audio chip on that side, and lots of wires in between. And I don't know if you can see that entirely. That's what it would be playing. And it's been very good, but the problem is it doesn't support secure sockets, nor does it have buffering, and the display is, it could be better. Not bad for just something I knocked together one weekend. And thanks to Amazon, I now have a slightly better internet radio. So let's unbox it. This came from Barcelona. That's where it was sent from, which is why it took quite a while to get here. Apparently they have a beautiful horizon. I have no idea about that. I've never been. But I am aware that they have a very strange looking cathedral. Throw that over there. And here we go. Point the camera down slightly so you can see what's going on here. A hefty instruction manual, usefully written in English. Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? A little power brick, which has USB-C on it. What does it output? 1.5 amp. That could be useful for charging my phone as well. It's made by a Danish company called Denver. I think this might be something made in China. There's the back. USB-C input, line out and headphones out, so it's useful to have the two of them. And there's the front, with the screen protector sort of not quite in place. I thought someone's already had a go at peeling that off, then realised, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And some buttons on the front. So let's do some magic while I plug it in. Red for charging, green when it's charged. English, yes. Configure network, yes. Add remove AP. Add AP. How does smart config work? I think that might be the thing that I need to stop the video for. Okay, using an application called ESP Touch, it was actually quite simple to set up the access points because it has a really long password, and that would be difficult to set up manually. Right, local radio. France by genre. Let's see what they have in the way of like gothic anything. reasonably responsive. Nothing gothic. Oh, useful. But we have LGBTQ rather than anything gothic. That's an interesting selection. So, okay, what do we have in the way of soft rock? Alright. And the first one on the list. Turn that down because copyright. Next thing we want to do is go to configuration and then down to information, network information, and there we can see the IP address, which if we go to that address allows us to set up the presets. So here we go, a few stations that have been synchronized. They're the main ones that I would want to have on the machine. You'll notice the time and date are correct. It's synchronized from an NTP server once it's got a Wi-Fi connection. So let's go to favorites and you'll see they are there. I won't turn the volume up because copyright. Let's go back out of that, and here is the one that was a secure socket, so I can't play on my own. And there you go. Now, it's not all been plain sailing. If you push that button, it goes straight to your favorites, which is useful. And 1, 2, and 3 you can allegedly program to be able to pick a favorite to listen to. However, I found that setting these up, which is going to the station holding it down until this little icon appears there, corrupts your stations list. So it's better if you program the first, second, and third to be the stations that you want to listen to. Other things, I haven't tried it yet. As you saw in the very beginning, there is the SkyTune that you can pick up loads of different stations. There is also a media center where it can deal with UPnP devices shared on a network. And if we come out of there, oh, wrong button. There is a Bluetooth. We'll have a crack at connecting to that. There it is, let's connect to it. Pair with that, yes. And long press right to disconnect. You can set up alarms, set up a sleep timer, but I'm just going to be using it probably for this. Plug it into my hi-fi with the line out, so it sounds better than the little speaker, which isn't that bad, but if you're playing metal you kind of want a bit of bass. Inside is a LiPo battery, 2000 milliamp hours. And it is itself based upon an ESP32. And the speaker's not big, but it's chunky. Now, I don't mind paying €50 for this, because if I was to source all of the pieces, ESP32, a better screen and speakers and all the buttons and stuff and the battery, it would probably cost me more than €50 to do that. And I also have the time for developing the software that I would imagine, let's be honest, probably wouldn't be that good. That's not because I'm a bad coder, it's because it took like 20 minutes just to compile the software, simple software in this, and that would drive me absolutely crazy to have to develop something like this. I think it's because my hardware is slow and crappy, but there you go. What I have here that I'm going to do now is embers circling downwards by a group called Sarin. It's open attribution, so let's crank it up. Now, you can't expect too much from a little speaker like that, can you?